got no idea what this chicken pot pie is made of. All right. So we're out here this morning looking for our morning trade. SPY is trading to a new high. We are 474 on the day, so we are pulling up. The question is, where are we going? So that takes us back to this, we'll gap up to this 47, 48, 71 right here. What was the previous day's high? Let me scroll back. So we're going to go to the 1 hour. Go ahead and set our trade off of that. So this is what we're looking for right here, to bounce up to this area just all of a sudden. Add a drawing. 1 year forward. 1 year back. We got about 4 minutes before the market opens. So this thing's gonna gap up. SPY is already pushing up. Let's go to the SPY on the 20-day to see how far we've come. SPY can go all the way up to this 475.90, which will be a massive move on SPX as well. So we're right there at the bottom of that zone. Let's put the top of the zone right here. Add a drawing. Try to add a drawing anyway. Add the box. Go to the top. I think I already have a zone there. Oh, I do. Let me just go ahead and make this zone slightly bigger. Edit properties. And we need to come on down to 475.80. So bottom right, 475.80. 475.9. Click OK. Now it'll be a little bigger. So now we got our zone. So if we break out and break through this area right here, we're heading all the way back up to that 475.90, 476 area. We get to 476. It's going to be rocking today. Let's look at Apple and see if Apple gapped up at all. Apple pulled up just a little bit, but it's pulling up hard right before the market opens. So you're looking for Apple to come to right here as well. Create the alert there. Create the alert for when it breaks right here. So we're at the top of our zone. That's our 2-minute warning. That was our 2-minute warning. So this is the halfway point. If anything, it comes back down to the 9 EMA. If it comes back down at all, we're going to head over to a quad laser. I want to see 4 stocks in here. Save my 3 best friends. Fire the quad laser. So we want to see what Microsoft is doing. So everything is starting off green on the day, right, with a push down. So it's coming up to these highs here, and then it's pushing down. So we want to create the alerts for when it goes up to those highs. Meta was already at its high. When you're green for the day like that, a lot of times that means that the market's going to just be green on the day. On the 5-minute here, it is red. Let's see what you're looking like. We'll have put you right here. So you have a sharp pull down. As you can see, we're trending higher to 195. So we're already pulling up higher than we ended yesterday. Microsoft is looking to break this. Nvidia is a big player today. Nvidia is looking to go to $500. It's at 491 right now. 493 for the pre-market high. So let's put 493 in there, create that alert for when we boost past it. You know, now we're just looking to see if we're going to pop up and push back down. Market opens, things go green. We're going to break all of those levels that I just set. Then we're going to push down off of that. So we're looking for that push up and pull back currently. So I'm looking for puts if I'm looking to get in anything. So with that said, I'm gonna head on over to my play by going to solo dolo. Not solo dolo, I'm sorry, the three best friends. And where is the three best friends? Head over to the three best friends, and we're looking for a play. So you saw a gap up on that I was talking about. So you see the gap up here. So we're probably looking to ride that up to the top here if it's going to be in an uptrend. Let me zoom in. We're just looking for the pullback first. So pull back to close this gap here. Get this off the 1 hour and go to the 1 minute. You saw yesterday these trades for this are fast. So we boost up, we'll run up to our trade price first before we ever come down. But we're waiting. You gotta wait. Wild Wild West right now. Come on down to the 90 MA. Go to the 1 minute on SPY as well. So all three of these charts, I'll be looking for my entry on the 1 day, 1 minute. Zooming in. Baby's crying. Looking at Google. So we're waiting for our push before we get into a pullback. So the market is showing that it's going to be trending up for the day. So we would be waiting to get into a call. Maybe come back down to this little line right here on SPY. And then we would ride that back up to the upside. It's looking like you're getting a nice little pullback right now. Not in any trades. The pullback went from 70 cent at the contract that I was looking at to 90 cents. So you're talking about $200 in those two candles there. And that is how it works. Most of the tech stocks are pulling down right now, so it should pull us down with it. Looking for the tech stocks to hit their bottoms, and when they do, I'll be looking to get into a call. All of the tech stocks are just filling volume imbalances right now. They're all below the 90 MAs. And we're just heavy watching SPY calmly. Put this back on the 1 minute. So we can see in real time what's going on. See, we came down to the 9, we bounced up. So right now where the RSI is high, there should be a little bit of a pushback because everything else is pulling down. Now we have this high here. We're looking at an area where we can ride that to the downside. And that could be your first trade. Your first trade could be the way down. Second trade could be the way up. It doesn't matter how you do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So we got Google here. Let's see what else is moving us. Let's look at Tesla. Okay, so Tesla's doing the same. It's pulling down to its bottom and then it's pushing back up. So we can wait on that. A lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. The reason that you don't move is you still have all this room to the upside. You know, you still have plenty of room to the upside where this thing can push up hard on you. It's getting pulled down right now by a few things, but it's not following the trend of the market just yet. So you gotta wait. You gotta wait. We came down to we came down to the 90 MA on SPY and it pushed right back up off of that thing. So just be patient. Just be patient and realize that if you do get a pullback, this thing is still in positive for the day. So you really just be getting a pullback to right here. And you're seeing it. You're seeing it just jump up off that line. So that means that you wait too. And let's head over to Apple again. AAPL. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the bottom mark on all of these trades. Okay, Apple broke below. And you notice that we're not pulling down with it yet, which is why you don't get into your trade yet. Everything's pulling down in an upward trending market. So you just wait on your trade. It's all balancing out right now is what's happening. After these shoot up off of the floor, you're going to see this shoot all the way back up to that 40.78 or whatever it was. So you see my level of resistance there. We just bounced off of that. Once we break that level of resistance, we're going to fly some more. And we're in an uptrending market, so you play the trend. You ride the trend up. Almost at the top, almost at the top, almost to a zone anyway. Still pulling up to our high. Still pulling up to our high. Create that alert there. Create our alert there. Nice little pullback. Don't fall but for the banana in the tailpipe just yet. This thing is crazy over the top, ready to pull back, but we still got a little time before we hit this zone right here. We're looking to hit that. Looking to hit it, looking to hit it. Okay, you see? You get a slight reversal, then you're still looking to hit that zone. You break into the zone. Boom, and there you go. Still flying green for the hour. Still waiting for the pullback. Zoom out just a little bit so you can see my zone there. We're pushing up into it. Once we hit this, we'll be straight through it. Heading up to the final zone. As you can see, all of the stocks are kind of going with it. We're going all the way down. We're going all the way up. Coming all the way back down. It's a nice little wick there. I'd like to see us come back into that wick. Push down again and get some confirmation on the next one. Then we'll look at our trade. We're looking for confirmation. What's up, Hawkins? Why am I using the 1 day, 1 minute? Let me turn this down. I'm using the 1 day, 1 minute to find my entry point. I want to see what's happening exactly as it's happening in the market. So you see, like, we're rejecting off of this SPY right here. I need the 1 day, 1 minute to see that. If I was looking at the 5 minute, let me show you what it looks like. If I looked at the 1 hour, all you're going to see is that we're green for the hour, right? So in the 1 hour, you see we're green for the hour. So that's not going to help me looking at the 1 hour. If I'm looking at the today 15 minute, the market just opened. So that's not really going to help me looking at the today 15 minute. And it's not going to help me find my entry looking at the today 5 minute either. Because it's going to just be like all of these red candles. But I don't see the story of what's really happening inside of all of these green candles if we're having some resistance and pulling down. But what I'm looking for is to break through this zone, maybe go up to the 475.90 that we were at before. Or a steep push down once we hit that 93-cent area there. But that is why I'm on the 1 day, 1 minute. It's just for my entry. Once I'm entered in my trade, then I'll switch to a higher time frame, and then you'll see the larger overall picture of what's happening in that larger time frame. Does that make sense? Just looking for entry. That's all I'm doing. I'm looking for my entry right there. As you can see, it's running. So I can see every single moment, all of the levels, these little levels that I have here that I can see that are resistance. It broke through all those resistance levels and it's flying up. If we hit 475, I'm looking for us to go on all the way up to that 475.90 area again. And then, maybe push down off of that. But for right now, we're just going up, buddy. We're going up. Yep. And I am scalping so that, I want my snipe entry. So we got that next level of resistance right here, 14 cents. As you can see, we got close to it, rejected a little bit, and then popped right back up towards it. So I wouldn't go counter trend here. I would go, if I was going to go counter trend, it would be at like 10 o'clock. But right now the trend is green. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Got my phone with me. So if you see my trade open up, it's because I'm doing it on my phone. Queued up for the day. So we're almost at the top, man. We're almost like literally we got to get to right here. And then we're at the top of where we've been all month long. So that's just what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for us to reach the top, but it's looking like it might press down before we ever get there. But as you can see, we are still trending up. And I could have made a nice play to the upside at 4,800 on SPX, and I would probably be up about $250 right now. But I didn't want to chase the play, and majority of the play happened immediately to right here. So then you kind of get choppy and go up slow after that. So that's why I didn't chase the play. Yeah, that is a $10 rise. But I'm just being patient, looking for my entry. You know, when you're playing the early market, you got to be very careful. And then also I'm seeing us on the RSI down here head to a really high area, and I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to that little push down. So I think what we're going to see is all of these stocks push all the way up to their highs, and then we'll see a little bit of a rejection. But we're waiting right now. Right now we're smooth waiting. Looking for that final area that this is going to run up to. As you can see, our zone is approaching, but we're not quite there yet. We haven't even got the signal that the push down is coming, really. And everything else is consolidating. So we're consolidating as well. We're just consolidating at the top. And then you're seeing like all of these tech stocks are pulling down. And when SPY is still pushing up, SPY is looking for its roof. It's looking for that supply zone. You know, a lot of times for people, the 1 minute is very busy, but once you get like an idea, you get control over what you're looking at. The 1 minute is not that busy. It's just a minute to minute what's happening. You saw this big old pop here, this big old push down. So everything else is doing what it's supposed to do. We're just waiting for SPY to finish its push up. You know, SPY saying right here, like, hey, we're starting red on the day. As you can see, we're reaching for that zone. We are almost at that zone. Now, if we break out of that zone and go to like 480, I mean, $4,780, that's going to be nice, man. It's going to be nice, but we are almost there. I want to see it go into it and reject before it finally falls down. So what that's setting up is that's setting up for a 10 o'clock play to be massive and beautiful. So my trade that I was looking at before is all the way down to 62 cents. I don't even think I would play that one anymore. I would play the next one out, which is probably like 80 cents. But we're still waiting. You know, you can't even take this one down here because what's happening is you're getting a little pushback from RSI. So I can't even take that trade yet. And we're almost there. Honestly, I could get in if I wanted to, but you see what happens if you FOMO in. If you FOMO in and think like, okay, the put's coming or whatever, or the call's coming, because I'm bullish on the day, by the way. But if you FOMO in thinking like the put is coming, you get what just happened. It pushed down a little bit. It looks like it's going down. Come down to where's that resistance area that became a support area. Pops right back up off of that. But then you start to see these wicks form, and it's letting you know that something's on the horizon here. We're getting a little oversold or overbought. I never know which direction I'm supposed to say that, but we're getting way up here. Too many buyers in there, and the sellers are going to start to push it down soon. But I think that there's got to be like a nice little order waiting up here. Let me zoom out a little bit. I think there's got to be a nice little order waiting up here, so we're going to go to the 1 hour. I sure wish you guys would stop calling me this morning. I'm on a Zoom. Phone's blowing up. Phone ringing. Let's go to the 1 hour real quick. So the 1 hour, you see we're basically at the high. I could say right here would be my first level that I'm looking for that reversal to happen if we don't go all the way up. But we're almost there. Just need to break this level right here. This is our next level of resistance, so I'll plug that in. Add a drawing. Add a resistance line here. So 475.31 is the new resistance level. Let's head on over to Apple, AAPL. Okay, Apple is trended up, so we're doing the same thing that Apple is doing currently. All right, SPY just broke above that 470.31, so we're still pushing up. A lot of stocks have to catch up on the day, but Apple's doing its thing. Let me put a little line right there. I want to know. We already broke it. Don't even have to do it. Don't even have to do it. Yeah, overbought. Appreciate you. I guess it makes sense because they're buyers, right? Apple had a quick little rejection. You see a quick little rejection there. And still, what we're waiting for is we're waiting for 10 o'clock. You know, if it's going to fall, it's going to fall. Cool, but we can wait. Better safe than sorry. Booyah. We just hit that level. We just hit the zone, touching it. Just kissing that zone a little bit. And I like to play off of my zones because that's where I have the most confidence. You know, I don't love trading in the middle of the zones. If I miss the play off of the beginning, then I just won't chase it. But we started out really high in my zone, as you can see up here. That's why I didn't take that first trade. Even though I knew it was going to the upside, you know, I can't say for certain if it was going to hold. So we're getting up to the zone. We kiss. Now we're rejecting a little bit. But we're still going to wait for that hour. So good morning, man. Good morning. It's nice to see us push up into there. I want to see us touch that zone and actually set this alert off. Then maybe come here, be looking to go into my play. I want the A trade. We want to be on the A trade. NVDA. Have it started pulling up yet? So Nvidia says that it's going down for the day. That's cool. That works for us. So it's going to be coming down to right here. The play has already been made on Nvidia. Let's check Meta. META. All right, Meta hit its high, fell down. Let's see if Meta comes back up to the high again. Microsoft, MSFT. Okay, so Microsoft has done the same. Came up to its high and came down. Let's see if it hits this high again, because it's still technically above the 90 EMA currently. And then we're at the 4-minute mark. 4-minute warning. TSLA for Tesla. All right, Tesla pushed up again too. Look for Tesla to come back up above this level right here. It's got lower highs and lower lows forming. All right, and it looks like our trade is starting to activate now. And I've got time because my stock is still extremely low. I think this 3-minute window here is where the push down will start to happen. So we found our top. It's just before, like these zones don't matter. If yours doesn't reach your zone 100%, the top is the top. All right, we're coming down there. Let's see if we bounce up off that 23 EMA. We're still waiting our 3 minutes. We're not going to get impatient to jump into this trade. You know, I'm on a Zoom. I'm on a video thing. Like I said, we're not impatient to jump into this trade. What's 3 minutes? What's 3 minutes for some decent money? That's your 2-minute warning. That's Apple also breaking above my zone there. We're bouncing off the 23 EMA. And look, just like that, with that little bit of a sell-off, we went all the way down to the pressure being down below 70 again. So you know that you're still good to rise up. And when we do fall, if we fall, it should cover all of this distance that we gained this morning. And I've learned my lesson about FOMO before the actual 10 o'clock hour starts. Because the 10 o'clock could go crazy. Bow, 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 bow. Fire. We have reached the zone, the demand zone, the current demand zone as a level of support. And now we are waiting to see what's going to happen. We got 1 minute to the 10 o'clock hour. It looks like we are going to continue our little fall that we started here. We've gone all the way to the top. But 10 o'clock can start and you'll see like a crazy spike through the roof. So you wait on that 10. Queue up my trade. My trade is in the queue. See what happened at 10 o'clock? You see that spike the other direction? Patience, patience, patience. Waiting for confirmation of the 10 o'clock hour. 10:01 to 10:02. All right, we're getting some confirmation. We're looking at our trade. And I'm not sold yet. Not sold yet. We're currently moving up to 62 cents. All right, and that's the confirmation we needed. Go ahead, enter our trade right there. You see we entered it. And now we wait to see how this plays out. Give ourselves a couple of minutes. First take profit zone here. Second take profit zone down here. First level of resistance or support there. Put the same thing on my SPY side. Now we're going to see a little bit of a pullback to the 9. Ooh, Google just fell below its level, so we are pushing down further. Apple, you want to see Apple come down to right here. So you're seeing the push back up. Now we should go to the 9 and reject off of the 9 here. So now you're starting to see SPY reflect directly what Apple is doing a little bit clearly. Looks like we're having one final push up to the zone. Now to just check out our other indicators, NVDA. 10:07 is where the major move happens. Okay, so SPY went on a run on us. We'll give it a second to see if it gets back to the top of the zone or not. Coming down to right here. Being patient as the market is currently trending down. The trend flipped. You're always going to get pullbacks and push-ups, so you got to kind of wait to see what happens there. And we're just giving this 7 minutes basically. Our risk level is $250 going here. And we had all our wins this week lead up to this moment so that we could afford to take this risk as well. Now, another thing that I should say is what I should have done is bought one more contract up. I was being cheap there. Nvidia just fell below its low. I was being a little cheap or whatever and bought the cheaper contract. I should have bought the more expensive contract, then I would be closer to the money here. So now my play has to wait a little bit longer. So everything's pulling down. So we're seeing confirmation by the market that the market's pulling back. Now we're just waiting on Apple to do the same. Okay, we have that hard push there. We have 1 minute left until the 10:07 that I was speaking of. So getting back right here zeroes us out. That is a great rejection candle. That's actually the candle that I should have waited for before my trade, but that's fine. We're still in it. We're still in it, and we're still good. As soon as we break our line there, we're good. 1 more minute to 10:07. Now this stock, where I looked at it, was at 85 cents. It is down to 50 cents, which is the area that I normally like to buy in. It's 10:07 showing a green candle. I'd like to see that turn red. So we need Meta to go ahead and break lower. Let me see what Google's doing. GOOG. So nothing is supporting this push up right now except for people buying into SPY. And we are okay with taking a loss and playing back in. If the market wants to run up higher, then it will run up higher. We're still rejecting off of that 23 MA. We're still below the 90 MA. Level of support is what we have here. We want to break that level of support, head back down towards our bottom. So we see the rejection, we see the pushing back up, we see Apple pushing back up to this 90 MA too. fire. Bow, 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 bow. And we got our level set. Right now we're just trusting the process and looking at our possible loss. Can't rush out of the trade just because it's not currently going our way. Have to be patient. We're mirroring what Apple's doing. Apple's hitting its 200 EMA. Once Apple breaks that 200 EMA again, we're going to see strong push one way or the other. Back up, up, up. So we're still in the trending down. Even though we're bouncing up and down right now, we're still lower highs. So now we're going to go to the 1 hour on SPY. Should be green for the hour. Oh, it's still red, which is good. Well, that's good. That's in our favor. We haven't reached green for the hour on SPY, so that's always good. If you get confirmation that you're still red on the hour, you can stay in your play. The problem is that it takes, because of how far I bought out of the money contracts, it takes a push down of about half of this candle for me to start getting paid. You know, but that's okay. I'm patient enough to wait for that. We had the run up. We're looking for the push down now. Once we cross half of this candle, if we cross half of this candle, I will be getting paid out. This may be a 30-minute hold. We just need to break that wick there. The market is starting to respect the fact that we are kind of in a downtrend. But we need to see some play off of this 9 EMA. We need to see a pull down. SPY is still very much overbought. Hasn't pushed down quite yet. Apple's in the middle. SPX in the middle. All right, there's a nice little push. That bounced my candle up. Now we're looking at about 1017. Don't like the pushback off of the 200 EMA for Apple. That's pretty annoying. Apple wants to push up to its higher area, which would cause me problems in this particular trade. And Apple's driving the bus right now, so we need Apple to do what it does. I'm gonna let my dog outside. Be right back. Starting to see the pullback. Missed it by like a second. Stepped out of the room. Came back. It went right back up. All right, Apple, what are we doing on the 15s? 15-minute candles red. And on the hour, we are red. We need to see some major movement. Let's get it. Let's get that major move, baby. All red, just slow. Just slow. So you can hold and be patient. It's just moving. It's moving our direction. It's just moving there slowly. This is looking like it might be triggered by about 10:30. So if we don't get this 10:17 pushed down, maybe 10:30 triggers it. So I'm going to hold, be patient here. As you can see, our losses aren't really gaining too much. So I'm not super scared of that. We're actually in a zone where it's moving very slow. What I want is for my trade to go back up to the 60 area. I actually just missed whatever that notification was. Go back to my 1 minute so I can see. Something went off. I missed it. It must have been right here. It must have touched that little candle. Oh no, it's this. Okay, so SPY is above 474.64. Did I set that at above? Oh, I meant to set that below. All right, Apple, finish pushing down so we can get our money and get out of this trade. You guys know I love my fast trades, but you don't always get fast. So we broke the 90 EMA, broke the 23. Let me see what's drawing us up currently because Apple's down. Let me check NVIDIA. Okay, so NVIDIA pushed up. We need NVIDIA to push back down below the 9. Go ahead and set you here. See, NVIDIA ran down before Apple ran up, and now it's doing the opposite. And we're consolidating, so we're just kind of stuck in the consolidation. You know, if it pushes up, I'll just go ahead and get out of the trade and take the loss and then get into another trade. You know, but we are very weak on the morning, just not moving right now. Still below the 9 EMA. Meta pushed up. We need Meta to push back down here too. So we're just waiting for everything to come back down into its zones. GOG. So yeah, everything pushed up. Everything hit its highs. We're just waiting now. We are waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting for our move. But like I said, 250 is our absolute exit. We don't get back profit like that. This is one of those days where FOMOing into the trade actually makes a positive trade. If we would have got in right here, but no control over that. The hour is slow. We're at 10:19. We're at 2:25. We are at a loss that we will take in just a second here. $25. We were patient. It didn't go our way. Need some strong pushes down, which is what it looks like it's currently about to happen. Tesla's doing its thing, it's doing what it's supposed to do, drawing back down to this zone here. So we are in the right direction. We are getting time decayed. And we're getting tore up by consolidation right now. Ooh, Tesla can get a nice pull to its zone. We could ride that. Apple's like, hey, we're dropping. There we go. There we go. That's what I like to see. I love when my notifications start going off. Now we just need to break this line here. Boom, boom, pap. There we go. As you can see, time decay has ate up some of our profits so far. So even though we broke our line, we're not back to zero. And time decay happens fast when you're this far out of the money, but it can also change really quickly as soon as we break this area here. So that's what we're looking at. We're looking to break that area there. So now I have to set this here. I hate when we're in a winning trade and you can't get money out of it. That's the worst. That is the worst, when you're in the winning trade and you can't get the money. Time decay is kicking this trade's ass right now. It's actually pretty annoying. I'm watching the price action. We went from 65 cents to 45 cents, and we're still moving in our direction though. That's the crazy part. We're getting lower highs and lower lows, still moving in my direction, and it's still like, whatever. Time decay. Cancel that. I want you down here. We need some significant moves of some sorts to help us out. That last little move was a nice little boost to give us like the negative 125. Let's see if Apple will cover this gap for me. All right, Nvidia's still pulling up. That's where the pain in the butt thing is. We need to finish rejecting and not go back up to its high for us to have a significant move down. Nvidia is completely combating Apple. META is not helping either. You know. We're getting chopped. We're getting chopped right now. As you can see, it's going the opposite direction and it's still not going by much, but we are getting chopped up. Consala mother friggin-dation. All right, so the goal is to hold this trade to 1030, 1031, see what happens there, and then just let it go, because I'm not going to hold this and drag this out for, if this drags out for like 45 minutes to an hour. But right now it's moving in our direction, so we're holding and we're being patient for the 1030 part of the hour to see if we can get some type of a push down. Tesla just broke its low. We need some help right now. We're not getting the help. It's consolidating to the downside, but that doesn't help my trade at all. It just slow burns me instead. And that's how the aggressive theta works against you. Theta Gator coming to eat up your profits. Spy, I need you to start respecting, dude. This is taking so long. Buffalo girl, won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight. 5-minute warning. Everything's going the way that it's supposed to go except for my guy Spy. Let's check out ES. ES is starting to respect. Okay. ES is starting to respect the trend. Just want those two spots there. There's a nice little pump on ES. That should pump my Spy as well. My wick is below here, so just pump, break that. This is ESTC. What the hell is this? ES, damn it. Looking at the wrong shit. So ES down to right here. ES is respecting too. We've been red on the hour this entire time. We just haven't had a push down. I damn sure I'm not waiting for 11 o'clock for the push down to happen. If it doesn't happen in this hour, this 30-minute period, then it's just not going to happen for me. We'll go looking for our next trade. So now if it doesn't happen in this half hour, we're going to be looking at our next trade for 11 o'clock. So I'll get off the stream, start the stream back up, and we'll try for the 11 o'clock hour. Consolidating lower and lower and lower, but it doesn't give me any money because that's not how this works. It's just eating my trade profit up, pushing me negative. And there's a spike at what, 1027. Is that true or is that false? Is that a false signal? What am I doing here? That is true. Okay, we're out. We are out of that play. What are we doing here? Are we out of the play? Man, quit playing. I think we have to wait the 2 minutes, but I think we're out of the play. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're out of the play. I'm not sure, but it looks like we're out of the play. We will wait our 2 minutes that we planned on, and we are hovering on the send button. $25 higher than we initially wanted to be, and that is okay. So we consolidated, then we pushed to the upside. And that is a direct result of what's happening right here on Apple. Got it. One more minute is all we have in our plan. We're sticking to our plan for the 1 minute. So 1031 is our mark. We're still at the exact same levels we've been at this entire time. That is a hard rejection from what the push up was from Apple off of the 90 EMA. We're above our 90 EMA. No volume at all. Volume is starting to creep in. People blowing my phones up. That's it. Make sure we set that right. Close that out. So we're going to take the L on that. Don't want to lose a lot more money. Now we're going to play off of the 11 o'clock hour up here. It jumped up to 350, of course. So we'll take our 350 loss and we'll play for the next hour. No play, just consolidation, consolidation, consolidation popped on us. Like I said, our patience was taking us to 1030. We waited to 1030. Yes, it is reversing and going down now. It's fine. We'll wait for the next play. Does that piss me off that it's happening literally the minute I get out? Sure. Absolutely, but it's fine. We're waiting for the next play. Let this run up. Try to get in at the top of the zone if it's going to be a reversal. If not, we're not going to sit here and get chopped up. So we're currently down 350 for the day. 100 over what our supposed take was, but what I'm about to do is play an actual tech stock because SPY's not respecting right now. META. It's my play. Who is going to give me the best play? Is the question. So we have one more trade for the day, and we're looking for the best 1030 play. To 11 o'clock play. Nobody's really moving today, man. It's a pain. Surprisingly, nobody's doing much of anything. You're getting $3 on Tesla. You're getting a couple dollars on Meta. There's a move here in the works. We might have been an hour early on our play. But I got just chopped up. I didn't get anything from that. Started out negative, ended negative. So now we're waiting on another signal to give us a better trade. And I don't take these losses hard, guys. You know, it's part of the process. You're going to lose some trades. You're going to win some trades. You're not going to hit a home run every single day that you go into the market. We would love to set up for a home run today, but right now it's just not happening. The problem is nothing's moving. I would have had to play the opening of the market to the upside to really get anything. The downside's not doing anything. The upside's not really doing too much of anything either. It's going back up to where it was, but that's not even, it's barely a play. It's $5, and $5 in SPX is just not going to get you anything. You need a $10, $15, $20 move. So we're patiently waiting to see if we get up to that 475.90 on this SPY here. Maybe try to play the 11 o'clock hour. If you guys want to sit here for the 26 minutes, I'll sit here with you for the 26 minutes. And then we'll see what happens at 11. But we went from pushing all the way down here to pushing all the way up there. But what you saw was no matter how far down we pushed, we never went positive. So we stayed red regardless. starting out negative like 125 or whatever the case was. Whole market's pushing down for the day. We haven't started yet. No, don't start that shit now. You keep on going up. You want to be a douche? Keep going up. Go up to the top of the zone, and then I'll play. So now what I can do and what I will do on my next trade, since we were too far out of the money on that one, I would literally just play one outside of $1 on my next trade. So if the 97 area right here that I'm looking at goes down to about 80 cent, I would play that. And that's where I was yesterday, actually. I entered that trade at 80 cent. I probably should have just stayed in that area. I didn't even look at that. I should have stayed in the area where I started my trade yesterday, which was $4,740. And we're still waiting. We still haven't reached the high. Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. We haven't reached that high. Jitterbug. Waited for confirmation, got confirmation. Went down, didn't give me anything. Went back up, went back down, didn't give me anything again. Burn, headed up to the top. So now we'll wait for it to push up to wherever the hell it's going, to the very max, and then we'll try a different trade. But the play up to the upside has ran, so there's no chasing that. I'm not chasing this to the upside when my supply zone is just hanging over our head like that. It just wasn't time for the break yet. And sometimes it's simple as that. It comes down to timing. What happened? Had to leave my computer for a minute. So it pushed down, but because I never got any profit, my plan was just to wait to 10:30 to see what happened at 10:30. 10:30 came. We got this nice. Let me zoom in a little bit. 10:30 came. Unfortunately, we got a nice little push up at 10:30. Took us into a negative 350. So I just took the loss and looking to play 11 o'clock. Like you saw, I waited for confirmation. I got in right here below the 9 EMA. It confirmed, it pushed down. But because I went so far out of the money on my contracts, which was a mistake on my behalf, I never got profit. And then even though it was a slow burn in the opposite direction and it kept going my way, even though the trade went my way, I never got any money out of it. So then, of course, when it pulled back, I got a hard pullback and I lost 350 or whatever. So then I canceled out of the trade. So now we're just waiting to see what happens towards the end of the hour and going into 11 o'clock. But like I was saying, while you're away or whatever, you can't win every single trade. You won't win every single trade. You're going to take some big losses, especially Friday's my riskier day to play. And so I went in heavier. Now you see that we're going to reverse on the hour and stuff like that. Now my play is actually taking form, which pisses me off, of course, because it could have done this while I was in the trade. But it doesn't do everything that you want it to do when you want it to do it. But now it wants to make my play that I've been waiting for this entire time. And even still, even with that being said, that we're making the play, the contract that I had is worth $10 less per contract than it was when I opened my contract. So I opened my contract at 65 cents. It instantly fell to 50 cents. And that is simply because I was too far out of the money. And when you're too far out of the money, no matter what happens, usually it can't drag you back up, which is why I always say try to be as close to the money as possible. But yeah, we're back to being red on the hour. Doesn't matter. I'm not in that trade anymore. Now I'm just looking at a setup for 11 o'clock for my second trade. You know, it won't be too hard to break even on the 350 or even surpass that 350 with how I'm trading. But right now, we'll take our L. We'll hold our L. Hey, if we got to hold that L for the week, that'll bring our total to $650. So we're cool with that, man. We're perfectly fine with that. Of course, I want to win. Of course, I want to win, but if it doesn't give it to me, it just doesn't give it to me. Now, at some point in time in the day, we do have to retrace all of these little price marks that I put here and come back down through the fair value gaps that we created. But right now, it's just choppy. It's chop city. It's up, down, up, down, up, down. You know, we're red on the hour, but that doesn't make any difference because it's looking like the body of the candle might close right here in the center. You know, it sucks. Sometimes you'll make the right play. Maybe you're too far out of the money and it just doesn't give you what you deserve for making the right decision. You know, you can wait for confirmation. You can wait for everything to happen exactly your way, and a play can still go against you. That is part of risk management, is understanding that even if I get in this play, it can still go against me if I'm right. You're still holding your breath for a put. Do you have a small position or a large position? It all depends on if you're in with a put. I'm waiting for your answer or whatever. But if you're in on a put, it all depends on where you went in at, how much you wagered, and how far from the money were you. You know, did you ever see green during your trade? Yeah, man, that's good. As long as you don't over leverage yourself, you're perfectly fine. If you take a small loss, that's fine. If it goes your direction, then you'll be green. That's good too. As you can see, we're just fighting if we're going to be green for the hour, if we're going to be red for the hour. We went all the way up. We came all the way down. You know, no matter what, I didn't get any of it. What are you playing right now? You're playing the 473. 473. Right here. Yeah, I mean, that's where it's supposed to head. The bottom of this candle is right there at the start of 473. You know, so we may be heading there in the second hour, not the first hour. We're below the 90 EMA still. We're still trending down on the trades. Still trending down on the entire market. Like, you're seeing the whole market's going down except for SPY right now. So you just have a lot of people individually buying into SPY, pushing it up, boosting it up. But there's got to be something on the horizon. Hopefully I can get back in and catch when the move actually happens. But for right now, I'm just waiting and watching. Waiting and watching, waiting and watching. Yeah, everything's trending down. Why am I? This is another damn SPY. AAPL. Everything's trending down. Everything's pulling down. SPY is just doing its own thing right now. Apple all the way down from up here. MSFT is Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft did run all the way up, so that is something that is pulling the market up because Microsoft is a strong player here. But everything else is running counter trend to Microsoft. So now that I know that Microsoft is dragging us up, I would be sitting here waiting for Microsoft to find its top. If I was going to play puts, see how high we're going to go on my trade. But right now, Microsoft pulling up is pulling up SPY. They are a major player. Let's look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA is a second major player. They're pulling up as well, so I'm looking for Nvidia to reach the top of its zone again, and then go ahead and push back down. So we're probably looking at an 11 o'clock. We're probably looking at a small play right now, up and down, with the body closing in the center, and then finally having a nice play at 11 o'clock. If at all. There's no guarantees in this marketplace. But you got to see me go in heavy and take an L. Just like you get to see me win, you're going to get to see me lose. But that's what I like to play balanced and strategic throughout the entire week. Build up as much of a push as I can, and then play for that little, Hail Mary pass on the weekend to see if I can hit a homer. If I can hit a home run, awesome. If I can't hit a home run, yeesh. You stand to take the loss. I just don't like when I open up a trade and it starts negative. That's the annoying part. Especially when it's starting negative while pushing in my direction. Doesn't it feel like Christmas? All right, so Nvidia is finding some level of rejection there. Boop. Still just chilling, man. Just chilling, doing nothing. Consolidating. That consolidation is eating us up. We've been consolidating for the entire 45 minutes now. Go over to the 5-minute candles real quick so we can see a nice clean picture here. Look at that, man. Look at that. Wicks. This is your range right here. 474.66 to 475.14. And we're just consolidating in that range, up and down and up and down. Chop City. These are the trades that eat you up. It looks like we might have a little bit of a breakout on the way here. Let's see if we can get you some cash. It's 10:46. We're gonna get a little bit of a push down or nah? Let's see us break this little wick here. And again, more consolidation, more chop. More and more chop. We over here in the Benihana's restaurant, boy, they chopping up everything. Sushi Nara style. Chopper style, chopper style. The downside is the surprising thing I should say is there's no volume in any of the tech stocks right now. Nothing's happening, except for Microsoft. And I don't think like all the major players were looking at Microsoft. That's just been happening for days now. Microsoft has been on a tear. Rising and rising and rising. But even Microsoft is only $3, so there's nothing crazy happening right now. There's nothing happening at all. We need somebody to do what they normally do. Give us that little $8 to $10 push. Affect the market. Everybody seems to be being very conservative today. Maybe some people got burned over the last couple of days where we've seen those massive moves. But the day is still early and it is not over yet. Now, at the end of consolidation, majority of the time is a major push, one way or another. It's looking like the push is supposed to be to the downside today, but you never know. The market started out red here, pushed green, massive leap green. This would have been a nice little ride here. And then consolidation ever since. Push down, consolidated. But now you know that you have a very strong resistance up here. Okay, Meta finally broke below something there. But still, right now, no trade. Keeping SPX on the 1 minute to see what happens there. It's trending down, still hasn't broken down. $10 till 11. That's when I usually throw my hands up and say I'm done for the day. So if I do make a trade at 11, it'll be right at 11 to 11:07. I'm not really one to sit and stare at the computer for too long. You know, I am okay with taking an L. Okay, we're gonna break out from a boy. If we can break this 50 cent area here, we might see a nice little push down. Let me check out the hour for you. We are red on the hour. We are almost dead even with that line there where I put this marker. So still nothing there. But we are red on the hour. We've had our change of characters already. It's just not, it's not respecting right now. It is not respecting right now. You got Apple over here struggling. Fell down $1. I hate when people call me back to back. I'm not answering my phone right now for a reason. When is the floor going to fall off of this market today? Are we going to see one last pump up and then a final fall down? Or is it about to happen right now? 8 minutes in the hour. More consolidation. So, lesson. I'm going to go over here to all products, right? Go to 0 day. So where I got in was on puts. I got in right here, right? But at the time, it was like way up here. It was at like 85 cents. So then it went down to 60 cents. So I was like, cool, time to get in. I get in for 65 cents. Then look at where it is now. It's at 35 cents. Even though the market is pulling down in our direction, my trade that I started this morning at 10 o'clock, 53 minutes ago, is down 30 cents. So I would have lost way more in that trade. However, the trade that I was looking at from yesterday was at 90. It was at 85 cents. It's at 125. So sometimes you just need to be a little closer to the money. If you're too far out of the money and you see that it's not working for you and it's not pushing up, take that loss. And go ahead and get out of that trade so that you don't take a bigger loss like I did when I held too long there. Uh-oh, we just broke a level. SPY just broke below 62 cents. Let's head back to the charts. Oh, right back up. But I'm so sick of that. SPY, if you don't start falling like everybody else is. SPY said, I'm going to wait the whole hour. Haven't broken the ceiling and we haven't broken the floor. I will say this, my boy. If theta starts to push at you, don't hesitate to pull that trigger. Theta Gator is going to eat up the profits. Five-minute warning. Okay, so QQQ is the same. QQQ is doing nothing but consolidating. So we're doing the same thing here. So you got some confirmation across all of these stocks. You had your massive run up. It's pushing down on the day. We don't know when that down is going to happen. It could technically be happening right now, but really it's just super choppy. Let's go to the today 15 minutes. Like, look at that. All the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. We keep coming down to the 9 EMA on the 15 minute and bouncing back up off of it. Something's got to give eventually here. Something's got to give eventually. We're just waiting to see when it happens. Okay, you have currently broken that low. There it goes. You broke that low. How we looking over there? How we looking over there? We getting any moves? Coming down to that 9 EMA. Ooh, break 50 cent. Break 50 cent right there. Come on. If you break 50 cent, that's a nice little push down. There it is. How you looking, Hawk? Okay, okay. I missed the play, but did you get it? Did you get it? What's up? Oh, yeah. 11:55. I mean, 10:55. Ooh, wee. Hey, tell me you're seeing that. Tell me you're seeing that. Tell me you're seeing that and looking at me like, dang, my boy, you got out a little bit too early. And it doesn't matter though. My old trade is only at 50 cent or whatever, so I still would have been down like 150 right now. If anything, holding it that long would have ate my profits up completely. Did you guys get anything off that push? We're almost down to that 47.61. Now my play that I was looking at, that was 95 cent. That bad boy is 180 right now. And clowning. So doubling your money right there. You're talking about what? 90 cent. That's a 2-minute warning for 11 o'clock. You're talking about 90 cent getting you $900 in this trade that we're looking at right now. Over the course of an hour? That wouldn't be bad at all. With what I was picking up, $90 if you're looking at that. With the 10 that I had, it would have been $900. I was just being cheap and it cost me. Some people would say conservative. So after all that consolidation, we get a nice pump to the downside. I'm looking for my boy Hawkins, man. Did you get that 473 you're looking for? Because we are right above it. Everything is falling and SPY is finally respecting. It's about to be 11 o'clock. We're about to see some fun stuff happen. Okay, okay, okay. Cool, cool, man. That's awesome. I hope you get a little more. You still in it? Okay. Hey, listen here. Look, CYC, my boy. You got more than I did. Oh, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I'm mad at that. Did you see that? Are you guys seeing this? I get out of my trade, right? Obviously, I got in too early. I got consolidated to death. I get out of my trade. Now the trade that I was in right now is at $400. Literally in 1 minute, it went up to $400. It's going down now. It's down to $700 now. So I would have took $400 profit off of that trade. And just that little candle right there that we just saw. And that's how it happens. Hey, listen. When your nerves is messing with you and your money's on the line, when you see green, take green, my boy. CYC, player. CYC. Every little bit helps. Hey, listen. Look, we both got out too quick, man. Hey, but just like that, you see that it can reverse and start going up. So don't ever feel bad. If you get some profit out of it, look down here. I got negative $350. Had I stayed in it longer, who knows what would have happened. And that's why I closed out. You know, I don't play with losses. Sometimes you got to cut your losses. And then if you get a win, take that win. You know, you're going to look back and be like, oh, I could have got more. But at the same time, playing it safe is a lot of times the best possible play that you can make. I'm very happy that you got some money out of it. That's dope, man. It's real dope. Yeah, man, that's awesome. So here we are at the 11 o'clock hour, trying to figure out if I'm done for the day or if I'm going to play the ride down. I'd have to see that thing pull back some, man. There's nothing for me to take out of it. Remember the thing that I was talking about checking? That was just at 180. It is at 240 now. I don't. Yeah, let me pull that out. Let me show you. Let me show you. I can just show you. Let me think about that. Check this out. So I'm looking at this put right here, this 47.40. This bad boy was just nine. It was right here, 85 cents. It was sitting in this exact same spot. It is 215 now. It was just 240 a second ago. So sometimes, right? And I want you to learn from my mistake here. I went too far out of the money. I was trying to be cheap. I was trying to get in for like anywhere between $500 and $600. Basically, I didn't want to over leverage. So I was trying to be cheaper instead of just buying the more expensive contract that was closer to the money. Say, for instance, if I bought this 85 cent here, when it goes up towards your price, now you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 moves. You're looking at 265, which is crazy money. I would have tripled my money had I gone for the higher price instead of taking a loss no matter what. The price that I put in that was 65 cents was this one right here. I put in 47.20. Yesterday, when I made the $440, I played this exact same price point, this 47.40. But as you can see, it changes quickly with SPX. So if you're trading SPX or SPY or whatever, SPX is for when you're really comfortable with the high and fast paced moves. You know, it's like trading futures basically. You can lose a lot, but you can gain a lot more too. But yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that Mac is crossing down, man. I'm mad, dude. I wish I could be in this trade right now, but I don't revenge trade, you know, and I hold my L's. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the chat. For right now, we down 33%.
You still on your car?
What's up? What you need?
We gotta go to the warehouse and get those packages to drop off.
Okay.
Don't make her run into that wall, honey. Just let her go. Leave her alone.
I took a strike price way too far out of the money in SPX, and the consolidation ate me up big time. It's all good. Positive 650 for the week. You know, and still have an opportunity to trade here. As soon as I get out of the trade, it has a major fall 15 minutes later. to a half hour later. So it is what it is. That's how it happens. I'm gonna put that in the journal, hold my L for the time being, and see if I can get something popping later. But this market is going down off of that top there, and we're just looking to see how far down it goes. That was me updating the group on what's going on. Yeah, I know you were in Spy. I know. Yeah, Spy and SPX are essentially the same stock, right? As you can see, if I was to put this in the 1 minute, they're doing the exact same thing. So they're essentially the same stock. You have the ETF and then you have the index fund, which is like the big dog version. It's much more expensive, but the moves are the exact same. Pushed up, fell on down. We're both pushing down here. You got that same exact wick right here. And then it's going to push down through that wick. I probably should have gotten my trade. I just not really thinking about it. But it's all good. Got the pullback, got the fall down. I'm very proud of you, man. Very happy for you. I'll be back on. If I don't do a trade today, I'll be back on Monday, guys. And don't you worry. This will never get me down. I love this to death, man. We're down here at the bottom of this zone now. We still have to get all the way down to this marker here that I place to fill that void that we built this morning. So that is something that I want everybody to recognize. When we have a pop like this in the morning, we're going to retrace all of that. That whole call that ran up, it's just a thing of when. And that's what you have to try to figure out. That's the game of trading, is when it's going to happen. You can't time it out, unfortunately. Usually at 10 o'clock, this pop would have happened. We would have fell down. But today we consolidated in the 10 o'clock hour all the way until 10:50, basically. We'll say 10:45, and then finally get that push down. But we're still looking to cover this last little bit of space here. And then once we close that out, the market will decide if it wants to fall further or if it wants to hold where it is right now and go back up. I appreciate you guys for sticking it out with me, man. It was super dope. I'm happy for my boy in here. Got some money out of this. What time I'll be on? Usually, like, I'm in the warehouse, so I probably do it from my MacBook. But we're pushing down even lower into your 373 area. But I will. You'll probably see the live notification. I'm not sure. Here, I'll put my thing in the. I'll put my email down here. Give me a second. Let me go to my live so I can see. We are live. But I will. Oh, that was loud. You'll probably see the live. But yeah, man, take down my email and I will email you when I'm going live. But as you see, we made it all the way down to the bottom. We had a little bounce. We're trying to see if we're going to fall through. I probably won't be making any more trades today. Unfortunately, I missed the play. Got into my trade at the right time. The play was going in my favor. Unfortunately, I went too far out of the money, so the consolidation just chopped me up for a full hour almost, basically 30 minutes plus. Got out at exactly 10:30 and accepted my loss. And that is a large part of this, is you have to learn that sometimes you will lose. Sometimes you're going to take an L. Yesterday we're 440. Day before that we're down 140. So you get your ups and downs, but I worked at the beginning of the week. I hit my goal, so I'm not really falling behind on anything like that. So I'm still way up. But this time of the day, we're just trying to see what's up next. And this thing's still going to push down, I feel like. Everything else is still falling. Apple's still falling. Everything's still falling. It's just finally catching up, basically. All right, y'all have a good day. I appreciate you for sticking out the chat, guys. All the comments, all the loves. Oh yeah, man, I appreciate you. Thanks for the subscribe. And we'll be back. We'll be back. I'll let you know. If I do a trade this afternoon, you'll probably see it in a video. If I don't do a trade this afternoon, it's all good. I got to head out to my warehouse. I'm actually technically 2.5 hours late to work, but I own the place, so it's all good. Deuces.